Hello and welcome back to Tidbit of Torah. We play a lot of hide and seek in our house, both literally and metaphorically, I suppose. And I never tire of the sound of Maytal counting in the backyard before she goes to find her sister. It usually sounds something like this: 1, 2, 7, 9, 4, 5, 14, 15, 19, 20. Ready or not, here I come. And even though she hasn't quite mastered the counting, there's something so special about counting, not only in the context of hide and seek, but also in our lives. For example, I oftentimes count if there's a moment when I'm feeling upset or overwhelmed, whether it's just there's a lot going on or I'm anxious waiting for Nate, my husband, to come home from his shift as a police officer. Just taking a moment to count my breaths, to count and calm, is a powerful force. There are so many ways in which counting shows up in our lives, particularly at this time of year when we're counting the Omer, anticipating the holiday of Shavuot, which begins this Sunday evening. We've been counting since Pesach. We've been counting and revisiting the pilgrimage that the Israelites took. Even though we don't actually take that physical pilgrimage, through counting, we are revisiting the essence of that ritual. As Dr. Marcus Mordecai Schwartz says, counting marks the movement from chaos to covenant. Counting also shows up in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Bamidbar, the beginning of the book of Bamidbar, of the book of Numbers, in which it starts right off with a census, in which people are counted. One way of showing who counts in a community is by taking a census or by acknowledging who is here and perhaps also implying who's not, or who may not count, or who's assumed to be counted as part of the heads of households. Counting also has a deeper meaning because if you look at the word itself for number, mispar, which is the same word we use for counting, we also see that same root is meant to be, like in the word sipur, is meant to be a story. By counting, by taking an accounting, whether it's through numbers of our lives, we not only take a journey, but we also tell a story of our lives, of where we've been and where we're headed, what we're counting up from, what we're counting down towards. I wonder how that shows up for you in your life. Are you counting down the days until summer, to a birthday, to another celebration? Or are you counting days since a loss, perhaps up into the period of Shloshim, of 30 days after a loved one's? How does counting show up for you, and what are the stories that shares for you? In Arabic, the same root for numbers and for storytelling also means journey, which just further accentuates this beautiful lesson that we get from our Torah. The counting is a way of being seen, a sense of belonging, of knowing who's accounted for. It's also a way of moving, and it's a way of telling our story, of taking a journey together. So I wonder, what is your counting? How might this counting also lead you to the realization that you, like so many others in your life, count? I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom and a happy counting and a Chag Sameach as we get closer and closer to Shavuot, when we receive the Torah, the learning, the connection of community anew.